Hey guys, it's a new year, new me. I am kind of in the process of purging throughout my house. I'm also in the process of trying to lose some weight. So I've got a bunch of different resolutions going on. A really big resolution for me is all the things that I do not need, do not want to buy in 2024. So that's everything that this video is going to be dedicated towards. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to pick out some things. I'm just going to walk you through some things to share with you everything that I am not buying in 2024. So to kick us off, I wanted to start off by the number one item that I will not be buying this year in 2024 is going to a retail store and paying for name brand stuff. I am not doing that. And where I live, there is so many different like thrift stores and Goodwills. There is no reason for me to have to like go to the mall, go to, I don't even know, Kohl's is not even really like that name brand, I guess, but paying a retail price is just absurd to me. There's so many good clothes at Goodwill. I like shopping there. Thrift stores in my area is really great. Now, where my in-laws are, they do not have the best thrift stores, so I think it really just depends on your area. But I know there's Goodwills everywhere. You can find awesome stuff. You can also find awesome stuff on eBay. For like online retailers, that one's a great one. Sometimes even Amazon has great prices, and I know it's not like name brand stuff, but they'll have like lightning deals, and they'll have great deals that way. So my husband just recently bought some Brooks, which when it comes to like certain stuff, I do want to pay a little bit more. So for like running shoes, I run usually for the most part. I've definitely been getting into it the last couple weeks, but we definitely pay name brand for that. That is one thing, but you don't have to go to like Academy and all the like Dick's and expensive stores. You can find these great deals on Amazon and through other different things. So you don't have to go to expensive stores, and pay high dollar for all these different things. You can go to Goodwill, you can find all these different deals at other places. So stop going to the mall, you guys. Start shopping online and start going to your Goodwills. They're going to be the best bet. Number two is that we are not going to hotels this year. No. Okay, guys, something that I found out in the last maybe 3 or 4 years ago is that Airbnb is actually the way to go. You could even do like Vrbo or something like that, but paying money at a hotel is insane. I have 4 kids, which means I have to get 2 rooms, which is insane. It's expensive. It's terribly expensive. And like with hotels, you pay all these extra fees. I do know with Airbnbs, you do have to pay like a cleaning fee, but usually you can get great deals through Airbnb, and the sooner that you do it, the more discount you're going to get. So we are no longer paying for hotels. Airbnb is like the way to go for us. We like to kind of book things almost a year in advance. That's where we're going to get the best deals. So no more hotels for us. Number 3 is that we are not paying money for convenience produce. Okay, sometimes convenience foods, I will buy sometimes, but when it comes to produce like fruits and vegetables, absolutely not, because it is the markup on that is insane. I think it's like over 200% for the markup on those, when all I have to do is cut it myself. Like, I personally am a stay-at-home mom. I am super busy every day. I mean, I have a YouTube channel and I'm branching out and doing some other stuff that I will let you guys know in the months to come, but I am just terribly busy, and we're gonna be moving in like 4 months, and so it's just a crazy time of life for us. But I am still cannot find myself to purchase these items when the markup is just insane. Like, all I gotta do is bring the fruit home, bring the vegetables home, and cut up when I need it. It's easy peasy. It's really not that big of a deal. They really don't do that much for you. So please, guys, do not buy the produce, the prepackaged stuff. Avoid at all costs. Item number 4 is dryer sheets. We do not use dryer sheets. They are dare I say, like a hoax. Like, we just don't do it. They actually cause fires. Like, they've been known to cause fires. So if I need like a static release, if I need some type of like static release or some type of what product, some type of product to get rid of the static or to make my clothes smell good, I will use like fabric softener. But yeah, these dryer sheets actually cause fires in your dryer, so we do not use those at all. Just don't. I mean, and they're, to me, they're so silly. You could even have those like fabric balls. My mother-in-law uses those all the time, and they actually work really well. So if you're wanting to do those things instead, do not buy dryer sheets. If you're wanting it to smell good, then just use like some fabric softener or something like that. That works tremendously as well, but don't use the dryer sheets. Item number 5, do not use disinfectant wipes. We are not doing that. You guys can do whatever you please. I'm just letting you know all the things that I do not want to buy. I do not want to buy disinfectant wipes because I have invested in Thieves, which is not like to promote Thieves, Young Living or anything like that. We have been using it for years and years. I really, really like it. You just use like a little bit of concentrate with water and spray everything down. So I will spray everything down with my Thieves and then use either a paper towel or I will use a towel or a rag. So definitely I'm not buying disinfectant wipes. I have baby wipes for like my kids' hands and stuff like that, and even stuff like that. I really don't feel like I need that much anymore. My youngest is 4, so I really don't feel like I need baby wipes, but they do come in handy like when you're traveling and stuff like that. So if I were to buy anything along the lines of disinfectant wipes, it would be more like baby wipes, and that would be for just, you know, little stuff like that, not to clean your table and stuff like that every single day. To me, that's just crazy. Number 6 is cable TV. We have not been buying cable TV for a very long time. Actually, I'm not sure we ever had it since we've been married, and we've been married 12 years. So I just don't see a need for it when you have Netflix and Hulu and you have Amazon and Peacock. What else is there? Hulu. There's so many different streaming services. It is absolutely insane. I honestly don't feel like you need cable. I know, it's insane. Even Peacock like has sports, so you can find like HBO Max. You can find all these different streaming services. I say no more than 2 at a time. You can definitely like alternate and figure out, you know, if you've already watched everything that you want to watch on Netflix, then switch over and maybe go to Hulu or go to Disney. You know, there's just so many streaming services that you can use. You don't have to have them all at once because you can only watch one movie at a time. You can only watch one, you know, TV show at a time. So usually what I like to do is if I get onto like a TV series, then I watch it all, and then I'm like, okay, is there anything else that I want to watch on here? If not, I go ahead and cancel the subscription and move on to the next one, and then maybe come back to it in 6 months because they keep adding stuff and they keep taking stuff away. So that's just how that works. Cable television, you guys, that's in the past. That's like of the 90s. I actually don't know a lot of people that even still have cable television unless they're like sports addicts and they think that they need like all of the stations for sports. I don't know. But yeah, we don't do cable television anymore. It's just streaming services. Right now we have Disney, which actually our Disney is hooked up to Hulu. Well, I think they've all switched over to Hulu. So we have Disney, Hulu as like one subscription, and then I pay for Disney as well. So that's all right. Well, I guess we do have Amazon too because, you know, I do the subscription, so it kind of comes with the Amazon Prime account. So technically we have 3 right now, but I consider that we're only paying for 2 because we already need the Amazon for something way different. Greeting cards is a big no-no for me. I cannot stand greeting cards. I actually don't like to get them. I don't like to give them. I hate greeting cards. So what I've done is I've bought like a big box on Amazon, and it's just like birthday cards. So I do like to send out birthday cards to people, like family. Like I enjoy sending them stuff, but I do not enjoy paying $5 for a music card that they are going to throw away as soon as I give it to them. So I will spend probably less than 50 cents on a greeting card when it's for people's birthdays and stuff like that. Now for my immediate family, they do not get cards. They do not. But I will send cards in the mail for like distant people that, you know, I don't get to see every single day. Like my husband does not give me a card. I've told him I don't want a card Valentine's birthday, no, I do not spend that money on candy for me. I like chocolate. Spend that on my flowers or stuff like that. Like, please do not. Me and my husband have a really great understanding that it's just such a waste of money. So we just don't. I don't buy it for my in-laws or anything like that. Not distant people. Like I said before, those people get like birthday cards, but typically they don't. And like friends, like, and stuff like that. You know, I'll pull out of that big stack that I have in my room of all of like my cards, and I'll give them something there. So I would definitely like look on Amazon if they have like variety different cards that you can get for really, really cheap. So they don't care what they say. They don't care what the words are. They care about what you write, but they don't care about all the little Hallmark words that they say. So in our family, we do not buy Hallmark cards. We're not buying them this year. Okay, up next is DVDs, which kind of goes along with the cable television. We do not buy DVDs. They are a waste of our money. We do have a PlayStation. We don't really have like a DVD player or anything like that. But you guys, we have all these streaming services. So what's nice is on Amazon, which we've had Amazon for such a long time, and we will probably continue to always have Amazon Prime unless they like go out of business, which would be quite insane, honestly. So, what's nice is that on Amazon, I can just purchase all of my videos. Like, you can rent it or you can buy it. So that's so nice. There's several videos that we have bought, and they have sales all the time. So I think the cheapest I've bought a movie is like $4. So it's very, very inexpensive. I mean, the newer ones, of course, are going to be a little bit more expensive. But to get a movie for that cheap is very, very good. I can't even go to Walmart. I think their bin might be, I think their bin is $5 and up. $5 and then $7.50 and $10. Anyways, so yes, we do not buy DVDs. If we are just desperate for a movie, we'll just buy it off of Amazon, and that's going to be like our best bet. So do not buy movies anymore. It's kind of like a thing of the past as well. I don't know, it just takes up so much room, and I have to store it all, and I would just rather not. I am a huge like declutter type of person. I do not like any clutter. As soon as my kids are done with their papers for the day, I throw them in the trash. Like, I do not like clutter whatsoever. So yes, I do not want to buy DVDs at all this year in 2024. Another thing that I will not be buying is an electric can opener. I grew up having an electric can opener, and when I got married, I thought, oh, this would be so great to have. And then I bought one, and then you know what? Like 6 months later, it broke. And my mother-in-law, a couple of years ago, bought one, and hers broke. So I just don't understand. I just don't think that they make them like they used to. I think a handheld can opener is easy. It's easy to store. It doesn't take as much room. And I don't want to have to leave a can opener on my counter. I already have so much stuff. Okay, I already have way too much stuff on my counters, and I don't have that big of a kitchen. So I just don't want to have to store it. I don't want to have to put it on my counters, and it's going to end up breaking anyways. So I'm just not buying any can openers ever anymore. I will do the handheld. Electric, no. It's crazy that like 10 years ago, everybody was getting GPSs. Everybody wanted a GPS. But the thing is that we have smartphones now. So what is the point in buying a GPS now? There really is no point unless like you do a lot of like traveling, or if you do like a delivery service like DoorDash and stuff like that. But even it's already like when you do DoorDash and Uber, it's like one push of a button and it's already navigating for you. So it's super simple and easy to use. There's like 3 different GPS maps that you can use, like apps that you can use. So there's really no reason to spend $300 on this nice fancy GPS, and even cars have GPSs like in them. So I don't think there's a reason to ever need to buy a GPS system or to spend that much money. We're not buying any GPS system. That is a no for us. This one hits home a little bit for me because a year ago, I was really into like all the flavored waters, the sparkling waters. I would get sparkling waters from Costco, Sam's, and even like Aldi's. All their like name brand ones and their off-brand ones were amazing. But you guys, they are not good for you. They're just not. They have sucralose in them. Most of the time it's sucralose, and sucralose is just not very good for you at all. So unfortunately, we will not be buying sparkling water. This year we're paying more attention to what we're putting into our bodies, and so we're just really trying to do more of organic. And if I wanted to do like a different type of sweetener, I like using monk fruit, and most of the stuff like the sparkling waters and stuff like that, they do not have monk fruit in it. So I just really have to be careful of what we're putting into our bodies. So me and my husband decided that we are not buying sparkling water, which it hurts because they're so good. They are so good. I mean, they taste almost like pop, but without all of the sugar. So I love them, but we're going to say no this year. All right. Another one that we're not going to be doing is a new car. We bought a new vehicle. Let's see, I believe it was like 6 years ago. We bought a brand new van. It was a terrible mistake. We did not know what we were doing. Went to the dealership, thought we were getting a deal, and they did a bunch of add-ons, and we were like upside immediately on our loan. And so it was just a terrible process. It took us years to get out of that loan. It took us years to be right side up where we need to be and get out of debt completely. So we will never buy a new vehicle. We have a 2011 vehicle right now, which it's a Toyota, so we have a feeling that it will last quite a long time for us. We're getting some transmission issues or transmission problems dealt with, and then it should run for another 5 or so years. So you really just want to make sure you're investing in a good quality vehicle. You can do the reviews on it. We have our own personal opinion. Definitely just look up what you guys kind of want. But when you buy a new vehicle, you are going to drive off the lot and be upside down. It's just how it goes. It's going to depreciate as soon as you leave it. So the best thing is to buy a used vehicle if you're in the market to purchase a vehicle. I suggest like Marketplace and Craigslist first, kind of look through there, and then look at the dealerships, because we try to avoid dealerships at all costs because they're gonna rip you off. They just are. Unless you like know somebody, like they like go to your church or something, maybe you can get a good deal there. But typically you're not gonna get a good deal at a dealership. So always buy used, and try to make sure that you're going online first and seeing what's available on Marketplace and Craigslist. But we are not in the market, and we're just going to be saving up because we know in the future we will need a new one. We're wanting a van, which is kind of sad to say because we are not van people, but it just seems like it would be a better choice for us at the moment with having 4 kids. So we're saving up, and then we will purchase a van used, not new. Okay, something else that we won't be buying is a gym membership. We have done memberships in the past, and you know, it's been fine, but we're just not in the market for doing that. I typically run. My husband likes to run as well when he can. He's super busy with school and everything. So I think when he's done with school that he'll probably get into something. But you can do so many different workout videos off of YouTube. I did that for a long time when my kids were a lot smaller. I would just wake up early and put YouTube on my TV and just do like a workout there. There's so many different workouts on YouTube that you can just pick and choose what you want. If you like the high intensity, you can do that. If you like low impact, stuff like that, you can do that. Running is free, guys. Running is free. You can go outside and go running. We have invested a couple $100s in a treadmill, and when it's not nice outside, I go in my garage and I run. Usually in the mornings is when I go ahead and do my exercise. But yeah, I can just go outside for free and run. I do not need a gym membership. So I know a lot of you guys like the weights and stuff like that, but it is just so much money, so much money. I think even with the cheapest being like $10 or $20 a month, you guys, that adds up very, very fast. I mean, just think about spending $300 in a whole year when you can just buy the equipment just outright and then just put it in your basement or in the garage and have your nice little workout system. But there are so many different things that go into gym memberships. I know some of you probably do need all the different equipment, and that's fine too. But me personally, running is free, so I'm just going to continue to run outside, and I'm going to continue to use my treadmill for the time being. So for 2024, we are not paying for gym memberships. Okay, something in 2023 that we did, and I hated every single moment of it, is we paid for premium gas, which is insane to think about, but we did pay for premium gas. We bought a Lexus, which we like Toyotas and Lexuses. They're like the same company, but you guys, we did not realize when we bought it, I guess it was like 3 or 4 years ago, that it uses premium gas. And with that comes a very premium price. And so we were paying probably an extra $20 to $30 a month just on premium gas. So it was crazy, crazy, crazy. I did not like it. I hated every single moment of it. So we actually recently sold that vehicle, and now we're saving up for a different vehicle. But we are not paying for premium gas. It's not any different of gas. It's really not. You're not going to get better mileage out of it. So there's really no reason to buy premium gas. There's really not. But my husband was afraid like the engine's gonna blow up or something because it said to use premium gas. So I don't know, but 2024 we are not using premium gas. Okay, another big one is a big house. We do not need a big house. We are going to be actually purchasing a house this year, which is fabulous because we haven't purchased a house in 11 years. We sold our house like 4 years ago, I guess. And so we've been renting temporarily because we got out of debt. So now we are ready to purchase a house. But you know what's funny is that we just don't need the biggest and best house. There are some things that I really want in a house, but you guys, we do not have to be like comparing ourselves to other people and feeling like we have to have the biggest and best things. You know, really all I need is things that is something big enough to hold all of my family and us to have a nice place to eat and to lounge out in. The place that we were going to be going has basements, which I am so excited about because that means that you get basically double room for our money. Something that would cost us the same amount here, we would pay for the same amount where we're going, and we would also get a basement. So we get double the amount of square footage, which is fantastic. So we're very excited, but we just do not need a big house. Something else that we will not be buying this year is new furniture. Since we are moving, we are still going to be taking all of our furniture. And of course, I would love to furnish a house, but there are just other things that I'm going to be focusing on right away. I don't need new. I can go to Goodwill. I can find all these different things, all like the bargains elsewhere. You know, I don't need to go to, Ashley's furniture store, or we have like Mathis Brothers here, which is like the biggest furniture place that we have here. But we just don't need to buy brand new things. I know it's like, in our system, in our world that we live in, that we just feel like we have to buy the newest and the best things. But truth be told, we just don't. You can get so many good deals on Marketplace. I cannot tell you guys how much stuff I've gotten as a good deal on Marketplace. I just recently upgraded my camera, and so I sold my old camera, but there was nothing wrong with my old camera. I just wanted to upgrade, so I sold it on Marketplace, and I got more than half of what I paid for it. But that was a really good deal for somebody else who was in the market for that type of a camera. So you can just find so many awesome things online through Marketplace, Amazon, and even eBay sometimes. Okay, this is the big one, is foreign vacations. I don't think I will probably ever take a foreign vacation. And here's the reason why. Because there are so many places here in the United States that I would love to see. And I am still fairly young. I still have lots and lots of places to travel and things I'd like to do. We travel maybe once a year, and so I would just really like to invest my time in going to all these different places here in the United States. And then maybe I would think about going somewhere else. I don't really know, kind of traveling somewhere into a different country kind of makes me a little nervous, but that is just something that, people just always want like these big extravagant vacations. But you guys, we have so many different things here. We have like the Grand Canyon, there's Disney World, Disneyland, there's just, oh my goodness, we went to Tennessee a couple years ago and we had the best time, and we even want to go back to visit some of the other things that are in Tennessee. We love the outdoors, we love mountains, and we love hiking and stuff like that. So we typically try to find places that are have good trails and stuff like that. So there's just so much to do here in the United States that we would probably not even consider anything abroad, just because it is so expensive to travel that way. It's expensive to fly and all of that. But there's just so much to do here in the US. This one might hit home for some of you, but okay, so at my church, I see people all the time with these like nice, expensive designer brand bags, like Coach. You guys, we do not have to have these things just because the world that we live in says you have to have these things. I have found so many nice looking purses that are just like a knockoff for, oh my word, a fraction of the price. I don't know. It's just something in us that says we have to have the best things of the best, but we just don't. We can deal with, off-brand. We can deal with knockoffs. We can deal with things that are still really nice looking, but that'll get us by, and that won't cost so much. And it's like $500 for one of those purses, and that is insane to me. My friend recently gave me a whole bunch of stuff, and one of them was a Coach purse, and it was over $250, and that was with her military discount. It's insane to me how much that we pay for all these different things. We're not buying that this year. This one's a big one for me, is the groceries. Of course, I'm going to try to pinch my pennies when it comes to groceries. I will not pay full price for groceries. It's just not happening. There are so many different apps that we can use. There's Ibotta, there's Fetch Rewards, there's ShopMeum, there's ShopKick. Let's see, what are the other ones? Swagbucks is a good one that I use very frequently. You can get groceries so cheap if you use these apps, and you can even grab like name brand stuff, but if you hook it up next to like a rebate or like a coupon, you guys are going to get that for so cheap. But make sure you would actually purchase those ingredients or those products anyways. Don't just buy it just because there's a rebate for it. So yeah, that's how I get my bill really close to $400, is using Ibotta. Mainly it's Ibotta, but there's so many other apps that you can use. Fetch Rewards, you just scan your receipts and you're going to get points. There are some products that you'll get more points for, so you just have to pay attention to that. But yeah, I do not buy full price on groceries. There are some things that I will buy the name brands, but 90% of my groceries, they are all knockoffs. They're all like store brand stuff. I will not pay full price for the same thing. Absolutely not. Okay, this is something that I don't typically buy. I have a little bit in the past, but we will absolutely not be buying magazine subscriptions. You guys, we live in a world where there is Pinterest, and there's all these things on Pinterest that you could look through and at. And I feel like ever since there is Pinterest, there's really no need for magazines. Typically, if I were to buy a magazine, it would be like a food magazine or like a home decor magazine. My husband usually likes car stuff, so car magazines and stuff like that. But guess what? You can do all that stuff on Pinterest. It's amazing. And so there's really no need for magazines. We just typically are not into magazines, so we are not going to be buying that this year. Okay guys, this may be a very touchy subject for some of you guys, but we will not be buying haircuts for our children. We just don't. The only type of haircut that I do is for my husband, and that's just because he will not let me do it. I don't know. It's just fine. It's fine. I don't want to like mess up his whole style he's got going on. But for my kids, the thing is that ever since I had a boy, I really wanted to figure out and learn how to do the haircuts, because it is like almost $20 every time I need to get a haircut. There are three. There's my husband, and then I have two boys. So yeah, that's 3 haircuts every month. That's $60, at least $60 a month just on haircuts. And I was like, I cannot afford this. I don't want to afford it. I don't want to do it. So I just pulled up something on YouTube and it showed me how to do boys haircuts. And the first one was terrible, but I got better and better. And there's just so many different things on YouTube that you can watch and you can figure out how to do all these haircuts. My son, he definitely would rather go to the place and do it, but I mean, it's pretty much the same. And if he likes it, he can tell me and I can do it a little bit different, you know? So, I just will not be purchasing haircuts. I will not be going to the haircut salon for them. That's just how it is this year. And he could like it or lump it for sure. My son is over here and he is probably giving me all the eyes. He is. Yeah, he definitely wants me to take him, but you know, until he can start paying for his own haircuts, Mama's gonna have to be doing it. I spent like $30 on like a trimmer set, and then I spent like maybe $10 to $12 on like a little cape. So yeah, you could even use like a towel so that the hair doesn't get all over them. But yeah, that's what we will not be buying this year. It saves so much money by doing it this way. Another thing that I do not like to purchase is single-use kitchen gadgets. So say it's like a specialty waffle maker, or like what I said before was an electric can opener. If it only has one use, if it's just like a rice cooker, or I don't even know, there's so many different gadgets that you can get, like an ice cream maker. Yeah, there's just so many different things, but it just clogs up all the room in my kitchen. I then have to store it. I don't have a basement where I can store everything. Everything would have to go in the attic or in the shed, and those two are full. So where am I supposed to put all this stuff? I am not buying it. It needs to have more than one function. So I love my Instant Pot. It is my absolute favorite gadget that I have in my whole entire kitchen. If you guys do not have a Instant Pot, you guys need one because it can do so many different things. I will link my favorite one in the description box for you guys because I use it so much. Number 2 is my slow cooker. I use my slow cooker all the time. There's so many different meals that I can make with the slow cooker. There's even so many different things that I can do in a slow cooker. I can make bread in a slow cooker. I can make dinner, lunch, breakfast. It's amazing what you can do in a slow cooker. So those are like my 2 favorite kitchen gadgets. I use them all the time. So definitely don't buy single-use kitchen gadgets. They are a waste of your money and they're wasting your space. Okay, something that I bought 10, 15 years ago, I no longer buy. I do not buy music. We have Spotify and we have Pandora, and that is all that we need. I have purchased CDs in the past. I just don't think that I really need to. There's iTunes that we can use if you're like really wanting a certain song. But overall, I am not buying any music. I love to listen to things on YouTube. I love Spotify and I love Pandora. You can click the heart button on all the songs that you like and then they'll keep replaying them. I just really enjoy these like streaming services. They're so awesome and they save your money. And on Spotify, I'm sure on Pandora as well, we just typically use Spotify. You can get where they don't have the ads because I don't really like all the ads. I don't really agree with a lot of the ads on Spotify. So we pay $10 a month to get rid of all the ads and then we can listen to as much music as we want. And it is fantastic. So definitely will not be buying music this year. As a person who loves to go to Target and to Dollar Tree, it is really hard for me to just bypass that dollar section. But in the recent months, I have decided I am not going to buy anything in the dollar section. One, because it's usually way overpriced and it breaks within 30 seconds. The products just do not last very long at all, especially at Dollar Tree. If you're going to Dollar Tree and you're buying all these different things, I mean, there are really great things at Dollar Tree, but a lot of stuff that they have there, especially in the toy section, is just malarkey. It's just not good. So when I go to Target, I'm just going to go ahead and bypass that dollar section because I really don't need anything in that section. It may look alluring, but what am I going to do with all these little, wooden hearts? I don't even know. And so I'm just bypassing that section. We're just going to avoid it. and we are not going to buy anything in that dollar section. And then like what I was saying earlier is another one is at Dollar Tree, do not buy their toys there. They are terrible, terrible toys. They usually end up breaking within 30 seconds, and you know, they're just like stuff that you're gonna end up putting in the trash anyway, so just avoid it. Do not do it. As a frequent couponer, I used to buy the newspaper all the time, but within the last year or two, things have really changed when it comes to couponing, and almost everything is digital. So anything that you can get in a newspaper, you can actually get on the internet on coupons.com, shopman.com. I think that's the only two that you can print coupons. There are like a lot of different like companies that you can print coupons off of their website too. And so there's really no need to go and get a newspaper. If you're wanting the news, you can go online. You know, everything is just online. My husband goes through a certain news media to get all of his news, and he'll get like the articles and everything like that that goes with it. So there's really no need for a newspaper anymore, which is kind of sad. I love looking at the comics in a newspaper, but we just don't have a need for the newspaper anymore. All right, I got 3 more and then we are done. My third to the last one is impractical shoes. You guys, I am getting old. Oh, I had no idea 32 was so stinking old, but it is. I recently got plantar fasciitis in my right foot, and oh my soul, it has hurt for like 6 months. It's finally getting on the mend to where like I can go running again and stuff like that. It was to where I had to wear specialty shoes all the time. But thankfully things are getting better, but still I just like need that support. So I have been buying shoes that are not on the cheap. Like I'm not buying flats, I'm not buying flip-flops. They're just not practical for me and my lifestyle anymore. I have to have good supporting shoes, especially when you're getting older. That's just how it goes. You need stuff that have more support, but still I want things to look really, really nice. So I love my Brooks shoes for running. I think I've already said that in the past. I will link my Brooks shoes in the description box as well. My husband just bought some off of Amazon, and he says he like loves me. He's like, I had no idea shoes could feel this comfortable. And they were only like $60, which for running shoes, that's really a great price. I think I paid $90 or $100 for mine a couple years ago. But I love them. I actually have them on right now. Just absolutely love them. But when it comes to like high heels for like church, you know, I want, you know, church shoes, dress shoes, flats that have a little bit of arch as well. And so I just can't buy flats anymore. I have to really think about what type of shoes that I'm buying, because, you know, they need to last a little bit longer and they need to be comfortable. That's what happens when you guys get old. So you 20-year-olds that are watching this, you haven't hit that stage yet. Just wait till you're 30 and 40. Things just go downhill from there. So impractical shoes, I am not buying this year. Okay, this one may come as a shocker to you guys, but I do not like crafts. I hate them with a passion. My kids do crafts all the time for school, and I absolutely refuse to help them do it because I do not have a clue. I don't like crafts whatsoever. I have like tons of craft supplies and kits that I've bought over the years, but we just don't use them. If they want to do crafts, I send them over to their mother-in-law and they do crafts there, and it's wonderful. Crafts is just not something that I want to invest my time in. It's not something that I want to invest my money in. So I'm saying no more to crafts, you guys. If there's like a hobby that you think, oh, maybe one day I'll enjoy it, chances are you're probably not going to enjoy it. Just toss it now so it's not clogging up storage in your house already. Okay, this last one probably is going to be a little controversial for you guys, but we do not buy video games. I've actually never bought video games for my kids. My husband had maybe, I think we bought like 4 video games for him before we had kids, and he played them a little bit. But now as we are, you know, grown up and we have kids of our own, we just don't. We decided that when we were young in our marriage, that we just didn't want our kids doing video games. We wanted them to be more on the creative side, learning how to play outside, learning how to play together, since there's 4 of them. We really wanted them to be more of a family unit. Family is very, very important to us. And so, and all these video games, they are like not very good. Now, if we had like a Nintendo 64, which they don't even make Nintendo 64s anymore, I think you have to buy them, like, you know, I think you have to buy them as like an antique or something like that. Like they're only at pawn shops and stuff. I'm actually not 100% sure. But anyways, if I had a Nintendo, I would be prone to get like the Mario Kart and the Mario stuff. I would be okay with that. But the video games these days are just like fighting and just, I don't know, just stuff that we are not interested in as a Christian family. So that's just one thing that we are not buying for our kids. We're not buying at all this year in the year of 2024. Okay, that wraps up all 30 of my items that we will not be buying this year. I hope this video is not too terribly long. I definitely feel like it's at least 30 minutes long, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found value in this video. If you guys did, give me a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.